Let me focus on one of the most important issues. We had a wide range of issues, but I'll focus on a few one. In 1 month from now, it will be 2 years since Russia launched its terrible war of aggression against Ukraine. And we have stood by Ukraine since day one, and we will continue to do so. Crucial is for Ukraine support, not only military support, this is also very important, but also economic support. And we discussed indeed the upcoming Special European Council, where we aim to find an agreement for the 50 billion euro for Ukraine for the next 4 years. Because this would provide Ukraine with predictable economic and budgetary assistance and underline our strong support for Ukraine. Russia's invasion has also been a wake-up call for Europe. We have to rethink our own defence and defence industrial base, and we must ramp up our defence industrial base. This will not only give us more access to the necessary military systems, but it will, of course, also improve very much the interoperability of the armed forces of the different member states in the European Union. And Finland and Sweden are both experienced and very reliable partners in defence. Sweden, for example, is a world leader in defence industry. Finland is, as we've just heard, also a pioneer in the concept of civil defence. And we exchange views and on what we can learn from this for the European level. So thank you very much for that. In March, the Commission will present a defence industrial strategy. We also discussed European competitiveness. It's one of the big topics on our agenda. And of course, in 2024, we must and will continue to strengthen our economy, to adapt to the continuous changes that we see. They are well known, the challenges, the impact of climate change, the game-changing technological developments like artificial intelligence, the need for new skills, just to name a few of the challenges. Of course, we have to build on our strength. And one of our core strengths is our single market and the power of European innovation. And this morning, I could see it firsthand at Stora Enso. This centre is really exemplary for the potential of the bioeconomy. That is, in other words, to replace fossil-based materials by bio-based ones. And this is key now in many sectors, from the batteries to the electric vehicles, from gunpowder to packaging, a wide range of possibilities, and these were only a few that I was mentioning. This innovation will drastically reduce our carbon footprint, and on top, and that's very important, it will reduce our dependency on critical raw materials on countries outside the European Union. So, in a nutshell, biotech is shaping Europe's future. And it was very impressive for me to see and to listen to the facts and figures again, proving the strength of the forest industry in Finland and in Sweden. Very important for Finland and Sweden, but also very important for the European Union and basically for all of us, because it's for the sanity of the planet unconditionally important. Innovation is key to our competitiveness, but of course a lot more needs to be done. I just want to mention the need to finalize a deep and liquid European capital market to make sure that these innovators we were just talking about have also access to capital. Or take, for example, the strengthening of our supply chains, here to diversify and to conclude trade agreements so that we reduce our dependencies. And of course, as I said, we need to continue improving the skills of our workforce. Final topic I want to mention is migration. It was a huge step forward that we were able to agree on the Pact on Migration and Asylum. This pact sets the rules to manage migration in the European Union based on solidarity and on fair sharing of responsibilities. And the pact gives us the means to better secure the control of our external borders. Most recently, Finland suffered from instrumentalization of migrants orchestrated by Russia. So this is yet another form of hybrid warfare. And this requires a clear and determined response. Finland has acted decisively, and you can rely on the European Union to support your efforts. At the same time, we're working with countries of origin of migration and transit to tackle illegal migration. And here we want to be very clear. We have always fulfilled our international obligations. We have done that in the past. We do that today. We will do it in the future. But it is us in Europe who decide who comes to the European Union and under what circumstances, and not the smugglers and traffickers or even autocrats. So, Ulf and Petteri, thank you very much for the excellent meeting and lots of good work ahead of us.
Thank you so much, Ursula.